it really hits you. And this morning, Hamas releasing 4 Israeli soldiers as part of the ceasefire deal. Karina Ariv, Nama Levy, Liri Albag, and Daniela Gilboa abducted on October 7th, spending more than 15 months in Hamas captivity. And tonight, they are reunited with their families. They are safe at home. Tonight, 7 U.S. citizens still remain in Gaza, including the body of 21-year-old Omer Neutra. Born in New York, he was killed by Hamas on October 7th. He was serving as an IDF tank commander. He planned to return to the U.S. for college. In December, President Biden announcing his death. And his parents want to speak more about the deal. Tonight, we are joined by Ronen and Orna Neutra. I so appreciate you taking the time to speak about this. And first, how are you coping with all of this?
You know, there are no words in the vocabulary to explain everything that the families have been going through really since October 7th. It's been such a roller coaster. And this past week has climaxed to, to levels we could never imagine. On the one hand, of course, we're so happy to see these young women come home. We haven't seen any releases since late November last year, and to see these 7 young women come home is just amazing, and reuniting with their families. We've grown to know their families. We've grown close with the hostage families, and it's, and on the other hand, we're so worried about the rest of the hostages, about our son, about the next phases of the deal, and we just need it to keep going.
Have you been told of any hurdles that might arise that would slow down this process, that would slow down the deal?
Well, there are a lot of hurdles in front of us. It's a very sensitive and fragile deal. We are thrilled to have seen the impact that President Trump had in the region since he gave his hell to pay statement just after he was elected. We've seen how all the parties in the region realigned and reached an agreement that really started to bear fruits just a day before the inauguration. And today, as a next step, we already have 7 young women out alive. And that's a miracle that only could have happened due to the strong leadership that President Trump has shown. But this is a deal that needs readjustment. The stages need to be much shorter, and all the people need to be taken out as soon as possible. We know their life is in danger, so the living must come as soon as possible. And we have the responsibility as a society to make sure that everybody comes out, and our son among them. Our son was a first responder that, together with his tank team, rushed to the border on October 7th to try and save lives. And because of him and people like him, so many lives were saved. So we have a responsibility, because we value life, to bring everybody back, and the deceased, give them proper burial. And we would like to reunite and get a closure with our son. So we can't stop.
Yeah, I completely understand, and I understand wanting those timelines to be moved up because things are still so fragile. Only if you want to, I wanted to open the floor. Is there anything else you wanted us to know about your son?
We knew our son was special, but we've heard so much about him from so many people in this past year. And the outpour of support and the stories that people have shared with us about how he brought people together and built communities around him, how much compassion he had for people that, sometimes even needed some help to get into kind of the inner circle. He is a beautiful soul. He was a beautiful soul, and he's missed by so many. We've had thousands of people come and pay respects when we were sitting Shiva for him. And we're so grateful, for the outpour of love and support from the community around us.
Absolutely. And may his memory be a blessing. I appreciate you sharing just a little bit of him with us, and so appreciate you continuing to advocate, continuing the fight. I hope that the closure that you've been hoping for is coming your way soon. Ronen and Orna Neutra, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.